Hello, I'm Andy and I'm going to read to you a weekly horoscope from the 14th of January to the 20th of January, and this is for you coming from Pisces. Do excuse my tone of voice because I've had laryngitis over the last 4 or 5 days. Much better now, slowly. Let's talk of Sunday the 14th. And Sunday the 14th for you coming from Pisces doesn't start well at all. Arguments and differences and just not getting things right. It's a Sunday. Don't take it too seriously, whatever is said or whatever is done. Otherwise, it will just go to the stage of argument and it'll just get worse from there. And the whole Sunday morning, afternoon will be just totally bad. So, you've heard it from me now. Don't be the person. And if it's somebody else who's causing the problems, just be calm and try to calm down that person, and hour by hour the problems will pass. That's for your Sunday 14th, morning and afternoon. And the evening and nightfall period also not very good. This time planets all slow down. And you can't go faster than your planets, because if you do, you'll be ahead of them and you will be no man's land, yes. So go with the pace of the planets. And when you are impatient, hasty, you just get nowhere. So take your time in the evening nightfall session. Wait for the opportunities to come. And when they don't be too unhappy about it. Watch out for plans that can be cancelled or can be delayed. That alone might make you very unhappy in the evening nightfall session of Sunday the 14th. And I'll call it a very gloomy evening and nightfall session. And these planets are there bringing news of the past which you don't like, or you meet people from the past that you don't like to be with. So move away. And if you don't have to be out, just go back home and you'll do much better there. Monday the 15th for you coming from Pisces is a brilliant morning and afternoon and early evening period. It's a Monday, it's a working day. You are going to do something very good at your place of work, which are going to win you dividends. And work hard, work your best and show everybody, and including your bosses, that you can do extremely work hard, and you can be a person who is willing to go all the way to get good results for the place that you work for. You are very lucky on this morning, afternoon, so try your luck if you're looking for romance. Have lunch with the people you love or with the people you work with, or if you're in business, have lunch with the people you do business with. There's a lot of good news waiting for you in the business area. It's all up to you to go for it and get it. Otherwise, you'll just sit back and have a very nice day doing nothing, but that would be a waste, because not very often these kind of good combinations come. So go out and be busy in the morning, afternoon period if you're in business, and you'll get something, a real fistful of something very good in the form of contracts, or having made some very good business contacts. Evening nightfall period is good, but there are very aggressive planets there. And they can make you aggressive, especially make your tongue very sharp. And they can make you a person whose actions are that, where you seem to be over-determined in what you want. That is a problem. And so you'll be willing to step on toes to get what you want. And of course, others will not be happy. And one thing will lead to another, to an argument. And then evening and nightfall period, it just catches fire. And then you are not very happy. So take the soft approach for the whole evening session from 5 p.m. onwards. And when you take the soft approach, you're not going to in any way upset anybody, because you're going to use words which are polite and actions which are very loving, or at least actions which are very helpful to others to do well. Let's go to Tuesday the 16th, which starts brilliantly for you. You are very lucky on this morning, afternoon and early evening of Tuesday the 16th, and at your place of work you can find you have done something tremendously good. You will attract a lot of good luck. And if you are in business, the same. I urge you to be very active in this morning and afternoon period, and you will find that whatever you try to do, everything will be agreeable, and you might just come back in the morning, afternoon of this Tuesday, the 16th, with more than a handful of contracts and good news as well. Yes, these planets are very powerful. When they want to allow you to grab something, they open all the doors and windows for you to go get it. And this is one of those wonderful morning, afternoon and early evening periods. So be busy, and it's up to you to get what you want. And if you're chasing for romance, why not go for it? Evening and nightfall periods are planets which tend to make you very arrogant and very aloof and wanting to show off all your capabilities. Well, don't do that, because this planet is not really very good for you. And it makes you behave that way for a reason, so that people can be jealous of you, and of course they do not want to help you, and they might turn against you. So don't, on this evening and nightfall period, wanting to be arrogant and wanting to be taking the lead, wanting to hog the limelight. Be the opposite. Let somebody else take the limelight. Be supportive. Show admiration for others. Show how you admire and love people. And that way you will see that you win even more friends in the evening nightfall session, because you could meet somebody quite important. Wednesday the 17th doesn't start well for you. Planets are moving very slow. And whatever you try to do, there's delay or support or delay of some kind or cancellation of some kind. Past issues which are a problem can be brought up on this morning and afternoon of Wednesday the 17th as well. And you'll have to be very cautious that people you know from your past may contact you and you're not happy with it. Well, tell yourself hour by hour, just concentrate on your work and don't let any other thoughts somehow distract you, because you can easily miss your deadlines, because you will have this gloomy attitude and this gloomy way of thinking and some sadness attached to it as well. Concentrate and focus and get your deadlines in order. Evening and nightfall period turns much, much better. And you're going to be very lucky if you're looking for a new romance, somebody you know from the past you might meet in the evening nightfall period. So you'll have to be out and about. If you're going to stay in your home or your apartment or your room, well, you're not going to get very far. So make your contacts, find out where your group of friends are going to be, find out where the people you want to mix with are going to be, and be there evening nightfall session. You can also plan some very nice changes for your life in the evening nightfall session. But go have a good time. Go out with the people you love, your family, whoever it is. Let's go to Thursday the 18th, and there are very aggressive planets there. And these aggressive planets will make you behave aggressively, and that's not good. That's not the way to attract help, because you're going to need some help at your place of work or even in your business area. So the last thing you want is to act in this kind of over-determined way of getting what you want. And when you do that, you don't look good, because you look greedy and you look a person who doesn't care for others, just going out and reaching out for what you want. Be the opposite. Be supportive, be appreciative of others, offer your help everywhere, and you will see that you can turn this morning afternoon period to be much better. Evening nightfall also not good. There are planets who make you very dominating, very stubborn, very pushy. And who wants to be with somebody like that on this evening and nightfall period? And so people will move away from you. And so if you want to behave that way and let the planets do that to you, then you might just go back home and be in the safety of your home. So be careful how you behave with people, otherwise you're going to attract a lot of provocation. And it all starts with exchange words, it all starts with a tone of voice, it all starts with an argument, and then it gets out of hand. And the whole evening will be very spoiled. Let's go to Friday the 19th, and these planets of arrogance are there. Boy, you're not having a very good time this week. And these planets of arrogance, as I said, they will tend to make you very aloof. And so people don't like it at your place of work. You will be very critical, meaning easy to criticize other people. And you won't get the support because teamwork will become very low. And then you will not be able to meet your deadlines, and then you are in trouble. So what you want is to be nice to everybody, because you're going to need help. And while being nice to everybody, you will see that the others are willing to help you meet your deadlines at your job or whatever. And in business, if you behave arrogantly, you will find that business people or who wanted to give you a contract or even just business contacts, they will see that your temperament is very poor. In business, when a person's temperament is poor, that person cannot be dependable or reliable. So don't show that. And your morning and afternoon period in business areas, if you are meeting people for business, be humble, be agreeable, just be negotiable. Whatever others want, say yes, I will go along with that. And then you will at least have whatever you have in your hands without having it to be too fragile or broken. Evening and nightfall turns even worse on this Friday the 19th. And by that I mean that you could behave rebelliously, or you have this inner conflict which is dying to come out. And with the people you love, this inner conflict, the blame can be put on you, you can put the blame on others, the behavior for somebody or from you can be very rebellious, and things just go from bad to worse in the evening nightfall session. Well, you can't escape, you have to do something about it. And if you don't have to be out, go back home. And even at home with whoever you are, try to be negotiable and don't bring up issues which are very thorny in the evening and nightfall period. Otherwise things are going to turn against you in a way. Against you in the sense that you will not have cooperation in what you want to do. Saturday the 20th starts very nicely for you. And you're going to be very lucky in the morning, afternoon periods. So make your contacts with people. Try to show off how you can be happy and be with people that you want to be. You'll be very flexible on your own as well. These planets give you a very good temperament. Some of these planets even have the urge for you to look for romance. And some of these planets make you very brilliant in the form of imagination. So you can use this Saturday morning and afternoon in many ways. Be with the people you love, family, or be with the people you work with, or even the people you do business with. And you'll be in the morning, afternoon for lunch. But watch out that the evening nightfall is really very bad. This is a classic where the evening and nightfall suddenly takes over and goes 80% bad. So something is going to go very, very wrong in your evening and nightfall of this Saturday the 20th. You got to identify it. And I'm sure you can identify it. And you got to then be very careful and program yourself by the minute, saying that whoever I'm with in the evening nightfall period, I'm not going to spoil things by being argumentative, by showing my moodiness, by wanting to change plans already made. So there's so many things that you can do to bring upsets. Or it could be somebody else who is doing all these things. Then you have to stay calm. If you retaliate in a fierce way, the things will get just as bad. So stay calm if somebody else is doing all this. And if it's your tendency to do it, just stop it. Tell yourself, look, it's a Saturday night. The people I'm with would like to be very happy and enjoy themselves. Why do I have to be the spoiler? Why do I have to start an argument? Why do I have to do things which others don't like to see, and that upsets them? And some of them may just retaliate against you and tell you off, and that makes matters worse. You see, one thing leads to another. So from the very first thing in the morning, tell yourself that I'm going to have a good time in the morning, afternoon session with the people I love. And even in the night time, I'm going to enjoy myself, perhaps with the people I love or the people I work with or people I do business with. And tell yourself every minute not to do things that will upset others. And that way you can turn the evening nightfall to be much, much better. Well, I'm already Skyping and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session. And that will be based on your date of birth and time of birth, and me looking at your palms and face reading you while we Skype, or even using a Kabbalistic tarot cards in those 90 minutes. And I will of course talk to you in those 90 minutes about your next 5, 6 or 7 years in all areas of your life. And you'll have a chance to make your next 5, 6 or 7 years perfectly spectacular, because you'll be able to know, I'll tell you what's going to happen, and I'm pretty accurate, and I'm going to tell you how you can make it better even if the situation outlook is not so good. So you'll have the chance to do that. So let's get your 90 minutes going. All I charge is USD 5050. And with this USD 5050, you'll get your next 5, 6, 7 years, the guide from me. And you will get a lot of information from me as well. Well, I look forward to your contact. Go to Skype, go to Facebook, leave me a message, or just send me an email. I'll come back to you, and we'll get down to getting this 5, 6, 7 years to be really good for you. Until then, thank you and good luck.